Here's a great segue here. It ties the Buccaneers, ties to a lot of different things you just touched on. Former Buccaneer safety Jordan Whitehead is a member of the New York Jets. This is such a bizarre segue. The Jets just added Adrian Amos from the Green Bay Packers, now a safety after, unfortunately, Chuck Clark got hurt, a guy they traded for earlier this offseason. Adrian Amos played opposite of Eddie Jackson in Chicago when he earned our highest overall grade, our highest coverage grade among safeties. There's always been this kind of question. Amos grades so well for us for a stretch of about 5 years. I think some people said not a lot of splash plays here. Why is he so highly graded? PFF thinks he's the best safety in the NFL. The guy did not make mistakes for 5 years. That's why. He didn't miss tackles. He was never out of position. He was always a good safety net. And I think that presence is going to benefit Sauce Gardner a ton in this New York Jets defense. Yeah, you were like, where is he going with this? And it's fair. It's a fair question.
No, so, it was a journey. You know, we were following the plot. It was like watching a movie. You didn't know what was coming next.
Yeah, that cliffhanger, that pivot point right at the end there, like Primal Suspect over here. So anyway, Sauce Gardner, obviously already an elite player in this league, already probably in most people's top 5 cornerback conversation. 86 coverage grade last year, only about a 70 run defense grade, but I think having the confidence of a second year in this system, you still have an elite defensive line in front of you. In fact, you add Will McDonald in the first round to add another piece up there. Yeah, you lose some talent on the interior, but I think just having a veteran in that secondary at safety that makes him kind of think a little bit more confidently, yeah, I can attack this angle. Yeah, I can jump this route. Yeah, I can try to make this play, make this tackle because I know what I have behind me. No disrespect to Marcus Joyner, also a very good player for a long time, but I think it's going to go a long way for him, and I think he might step up and in his second season, break the overall cornerback record. I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, look, it's hard to think that he could have such an incredible encore performance since last year because, look, if you take no plays out of it, and no plays are a little toggle that we have in our PFF system where if there's, some sort of penalty on the play where it would affect what the result would be, you can take those away because we grade those plays as well. But, in context of whether there's defensive holding or whether somebody jumps off side, so Aaron Rodgers is just going to bomb it no matter what, and the wide receiver happens to come down with it. Well, maybe the corner wasn't really ready. The rest of the things weren't set up. So on normal plays where there are not penalties out there, Sauce Gardner actually had an elite 90.8 coverage grade, so it was even better than the mark that you mentioned. I think the area where he can potentially take that next jump to be the top coverage player comes with the interceptions, right? I think that that's the great point that you mentioned. If you've got a ton of confidence behind you, that means you can get even more aggressive when you're jumping those routes, when you're getting in front of guys, going after the ball, because you're probably not going to do that much as a rookie anyways, right? You just don't want to get beat deep. And that's kind of what every rookie is thinking about. And yet Sauce Gardner probably had a little bit of that in his mind, but man, as we see those Vontae Davis numbers right there, unbelievable coverage grade of 93.3. That is so difficult to do. I think the Gardner has a chance to do it, especially if he gets a couple of interceptions. He had 2 last year. If he gets even like 4, I think we might be having that same sort of conversation just because those plays, they mean so much.